Hey, Freedom Family, I'm so glad that you're here at _Freedom for Life _ where we give you the tools, the truth, and the knowledge to take you from where you're at to where you're called and created to be. And I am so excited about today's conversation because today we are going to give you the 3 steps to absolutely transform your outlook, your mindset, and your future. So let's get started, shall we? Hey, and as we're getting started today, could you do me a favor? Could you subscribe and become part of the Freedom Family? And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be part of every conversation that we're having. As we're getting started today, I got a question for you. The question is this: how hard is it for you to not to be negative with all of the input and all of the things that are going on? I'm going to have a conversation with you right now about being positive in a negative world. And I don't know about for you, but for me, it's kind of challenging, because of all of the input that we receive, right? Whether it's TV or radio or people around us or whatever the conversation is, it seems like there is a bunch of it that's negative. And the challenge for me, and maybe for you in that, is being able to be positive, having an outlook that is empowering, an outlook that is inspiring, an outlook that is exciting, when all we seem to hear sometimes is the opposite. So how do you do that, right? How do you have a positive attitude, one that empowers you and gives you that desire to move forward in your life when all of this noise is happening around you? Well, if you're part of the Life Mastery family, what we have are 3 tips, 3 ideas, 3 opportunities for you to change the negativity into positivity in your life. And so why don't we go through those? And we'll start with this one, the very first one. It's simply this: to change your input. The honest truth is this, for you, and especially for me, my input is the radio, it's the TV, it's social media, it's people around me. And come to find out, the input that I receive, whether it's positive or negative, has an impact and an effect on my life. Do you ever notice how when you're around people who have complaining or they're not happy about stuff, all of a sudden it changes your mood and your attitude? Do you ever notice how when you hear this story, it's the worst thing that ever happened, or it's something tragic, or it's something crazy that's going on, all of a sudden it has an impact on how you feel and your emotions? The truth of the matter is, you'll only receive what you give yourself. And if you feed yourself negative input, you're going to have a negative output. So the very first thing you need to do to ensure that you have a positive attitude, one that drives you towards your dreams, not shrinks you back from them, is to change your input. What are you listening to? What are you watching? What are you feeding yourself with? The truth of the matter is, what we feed ourselves with is who we become, and you'll never rise above the input you give yourself. The second tool for you today is this: change your output. Just like changing your input, right? Not having all that negativity coming in. Maybe having a fasting, right? You fast from those things in your life will change it, but also the things that you say out of your own mouth. There's a phrase in the Bible that says, a man thinks in his heart, so is he. There's another phrase that says this: out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. I guarantee this: if I'm around you long enough, I'll know what you're thinking on the inside simply by what's coming out of your mouth. And you'll know with me as well. If you change your output, if you change the way you look at things, but also the way you speak about them, you'll actually start to change your attitude and your direction in your life. How many of you know people that are they're always seeing the bright side of things. They're always seeing the glass half full. They're seeing the opportunities amongst the challenges, right? And how much of those people are inspiring to you? I know they are for me. Well, what if you were to be that person for yourself by changing your output, by changing the things you say, not being Pollyanna, not being somebody who's just dreaming and not based on reality, but somebody who is actually deciding to have a meaning in their situation that involves them moving forward in their life. See, we all have situations, challenging and otherwise, but we all don't have the same perspective about them. And if you change your perspective in life and in maybe the things that are happening around you, and you speak that out, all of a sudden you'll start to see that you start to believe yourself and your attitude starts to change. And the third tool that I have for you is simply this: change your association. There's a phrase, I know you know it and I know it as well, it says this: misery loves company. The part that people don't realize is success loves company as well. And you can be around people who are miserable, or you can be around people who are exciting and empowering and happy and excited about life. It's your choice. And so the third thing about changing your association, this third tool that you have in your life, is simply this: you will become the people you hang around. Statistics show that in 5 years, you'll become the sum total of the books you read and the people you associate with. What if you were to add people that are empowering in your life? What if you were to add people that see the best in you? What if you were to add people that speak life into you? And in that place, start to measure up to who they see you are until you see yourself in that place as well. Being around people that are inspiring, that are uplifting, that are exciting, that are successful, that are going somewhere, naturally makes you do the same thing. So there are 3 tools that will change your life from negative to positive, that will give you an outlook, that will give you a mindset, that will give you the opportunity and the ability to rise above the situations and the life circumstance you're in. Changing your input, what I'm feeding myself in my brain and in my heart. Changing your output, what I'm saying about my life and my circumstance around me, because in that I align my thoughts and my actions with it. And changing your association, being around people who see the best in you and call it out in you, rather than see the worst in you and speak it out towards you. If you do these 3 things, I guarantee you'll start to feel better about your life and do more in your life and have the thoughts, the mindsets, and the action that drives you towards the life you're created for. I am absolutely convinced you could do it. And in that place, you'll be a person of inspiration that other people will want to be around. Man, you've got it in you. Do that. Do this for yourself and see if you don't have the life that you were created for. Hey, my name is Mark, and I am so glad that you're here. At _Freedom for Life _ we give you the tools, the truth, and the knowledge to take you from where you're at to where you're called and created to be. I have great news for you. We don't only have these conversations here, but we have them on Facebook and Instagram. So be sure and check us out there. Give us a like if there's something that's resonating with you with what we're doing. Give us a comment also, and let us know that something in here is resonating with you, or there's a conversation that you want to have, and we'd be happy to have it with you. You are here for a purpose. You're here for a reason. If you want to learn more about how to have these tools of life mastery, feel free to DM me, and we'll have that conversation to see if you want to be part of the program, the course that we have. All of that being said, at the end of the day, here's the one thing I want you to do: dominate your day.